really sad but worthwhile post on Facebook by a heroic police officer, a woman by the name of Kristen Richmond. You know, this would have been great for citizens standing up. I didn't even think of that, Denise. Don't you love how we talk this out on the air? I should have thought of that before the show. Kristen Richmond, these are photos of her as well. So this female law enforcement officer responds to basically a disorderly conduct call. And the Facebook post she has lays out exactly what happens and how she gets there. She gets there and she's almost immediately attacked by a man who she says in the piece was probably drugged up. And for 5 minutes, she's in the fight of her life. You know, God bless this patriot for luckily, obviously she's alive, but she was beaten up pretty badly. But the Facebook post is worth your time, folks. Again, it's by Kristen Richmond. If you just Google it, it'll come right up. I also have it on my website on my show notes today. There's a link to it from Fox News. But it's important because it brings up a point I bring up on a lot of my shows, this one included. How, you know, when you're in a situation of uncontrolled violence, like this female law enforcement officer and a lot of our military folks who have to go through stuff like this every day, those are the people that fear violence the most because they've been there. Listen, it's not a public service announcement. I'm not here to lecture anyone about the morals and ethics of this, but I bring it up because there are a lot of people on the left side of the political aisle, these political groups that seem to have embraced violence as a tactic. When you see people who've actually had to deal with the ramifications of uncontrolled, horrible violence and the tragedy that can come from it, maybe you'd have a different take. Read her story. It's worth your time. Violence is not a political tactic. And I wish people on the left, and if, you know, I don't mean to make it a one-way thing, but I just don't see anyone on the right grasping this as a tactic like I do people with the Antifa crowd on the left. Read her posts. Maybe you'll think twice.